All right, welcome to our presentation. My name is Casey and I am your host, and this is all about Isagenix. This is our presentation that is focused around the vehicle and opportunity side of Isagenix, and we do have a product webinar that is on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is this link, or if you're watching this recording, please ask for that recording on the product side or one of our videos that explains more about the products. I'm going to go over some stories in tonight's presentations, and I'm also going to show you my income earning. This is not a get in, get rich quick. You can always go to isagenixearnings.com, but I'm going to show you the numbers and the math behind geometric progression and why I believe I don't believe it. I know the Isagenix compensation plan to be one of the ninth wonders of the world. So just know, though, that this is work just like anything else, but it's a vehicle that can allow you to get out of the rat race. Or maybe just have more time for your family. So what if there's something that you can learn tonight or while you're watching this recording that can allow everything to change for you, right? Being closed is one of the most costly things, and me being open to the idea of network marketing transformed my life. Now, I started just as a product user. I wanted to lose a little bit of weight. I was a night shift nurse. I was living on Red Bull, coffee, Diet Mountain Dew. My mother, the hardest person probably to introduce to the program because she wanted to chew her food. She released 30 pounds. I released 12 pounds. But honestly, this is not a weight loss program. This is a wellness program. People can lose weight with it. But it was how I felt that really attracted me to begin to research what Isagenix was. And the more I learned about it, the more inspired I became about spreading the information of Isagenix. I was a pediatric oncology nurse, and I was watching children lose their lives. If you've ever watched a child lose their life, it will dramatically change your life. It will give you a new perspective, too, about what's important. What's important is health, and I was throwing mine away when these children would have given anything to have theirs. And, when I really learned that just what the wholesome nutrition that Isagenix is to incorporate into a lifestyle, I just had to share it with people. And I got very disgusted at the medical industry for never talking about nutrition. Then I got introduced to the vehicle side of it, that I could not only share this nutrition, but I could set myself financially free. And I was a woman in love, still very in love. And I wanted to retire this man right here, my husband. So he was my driving force behind really why I decided to jump in. Now I get to work wherever I want. So tax write-offs are also a beautiful thing. But I love to travel, and I love children, and so I love sponsoring children around the world and providing them with food, water, shelter, school, and I'm able to do that because of passive income. So I just really like to, ask you, what life is it that you have chosen? The status quo, go to school, get a job, work your butt off, work overtime, work hard, just to try to stay afloat. So many people are spending so much time at work, but they're still struggling, right? Or they're spending so much time at work, even if they have a great income, they're missing out doing what they love. And so this is all about finding a way to live your ideal life. And these are the 4 criteria that make up Isagenix, right? So I'm going to talk about our market trends, our solutions, the partnership that we have, and how that makes up the perfect opportunity. So let's start with market trends. Think about the global weight loss market, right? Weight loss is a huge market. It's $672 billion global. The United States alone, 69% of people in North America are considered overweight or obese. The fitness industry is worth over $75 billion alone from gyms. Okay, so you think about that, the Vita shops, the GNC, all the sections, and Walmart, Target, right? It's everywhere. People are looking for something to incorporate into their fitness lifestyle. Anti-aging, massive market, projected to go to $285 billion by 2018. As an entrepreneur, is that something that I want to have my hand in? Absolutely. The wellness industry is not going anywhere, and it's just getting started. Then you think about how many people are stressed for money. Taxes are climbing, rising healthcare costs, debt, student debt. That's a whole nother issue. I don't even know what to go in. I'm not going to go into my rant on that, but 8% front-loaded loans on people getting out of school with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt or $100,000 of debt at 8%, making $40,000, $30,000 a year if they're lucky. They're just trapped in debt. And that is what's happening to society and for the older generation, your children, grandchildren. So you think about money and work as the primary stressors, right? So 76% of people cite that it's their primary stressor. And so we have a solution for all of that, not just the wellness, but also the financial. So I'm going to cover a little bit, just very basic on all of those. And I just want to start though with the integrity of our products. So not only do we test our raw materials, we test our finished goods, and we do third-party testing. You're not going to find that in other nutrition companies. What we have on the label is what in our products. And I encourage everyone, do your due diligence and compare Isagenix to anything else out there. Look at the ingredients. You will not find something better. And these are the 5 pillars of health, but we truly are a grocery store. And, you think about shakes, they're fast, they're easy, they're delicious. We don't use any soy. So, we're also using only sourcing from New Zealand for a lot of our markets. And, there's no herbicides, pesticides sprayed on the grass, hormones, steroids, antibiotics. So very important. And we're also not heating our protein. So really the highest quality. The cleanse is something that's supporting the body's natural ability to detoxify itself. We have Ionics, which is our liquid gold for stress. Who here needs some? I say if you have a spouse or kids, you get extra Ionics. And then we have our Aegis Essentials, which really have our product B, which is a presentation in itself. No fillers in any of our vitamins. But again, we are a true grocery store, a true wellness center, and you can learn really in depth about those products. And then our science site, isagenixhealth.net. We really do back everything by science. We're in peer-reviewed journals. So it just keeps getting better. The more research that you do in digging into Isagenix, the better it gets. So it's an industry that's exploding, and it's not a surprise why. Take a look at baby boomers, right? They definitely control the market. Their spending accounts for 50% of the economy here. And, if you think about 1 out of every $2 they're spending on health. For the next 15 years, 10,000 people a day are turning, 65 or older. So that is pretty remarkable. Now let's talk about wealth creation. So wealth creation is what this presentation is mainly about. And I want to talk to you about it in terms of time, though, okay? So if you think about if you have 90 days, right? And that's how long can your wealth last for 90 days? Well, if you had 12,000 in savings, but you were spending 4,000 per month, which isn't hard to do this day and age, your wealth would be for approximately just 90 days. If money did not continuously come in, if you weren't continuously working, if you didn't have a form of residual income, okay? So network marketing, its worldwide sales were over $182 billion. The health and beauty dominates the direct selling industry, and there truly is no cap on earning, at least especially in the Isagenix compensation plan. And so for me, that's the perfect business. I know network marketing has a bad rap. People don't understand it. And I think people think that it should be a get in, get rich quick for some reason. But if you look at what network marketing pulled in back in 2012, and you look at what the other booming industries, NFL, music, gaming, all those combined massive industries didn't pull in what network marketing did. It is a great way to move product. So now let's take a look at world-class partnerships. So the right company, you guys, the more I learn about network marketing, and I study other companies, I love network marketing. I think, there's pluses to everything out there, but I have not seen something better than Isagenix. And I know I'm probably biased, but honestly, do your research. And John Anderson, first it starts with the no compromise products. No compromise products. We are actually now ranked number 22. And for a company that's only 14 years old is unheard of. We have over 4 billion now in cumulative sales. Make-A-Wish is our charitable contribution that we're making. And, so Jim and Kathy Coover came out of retirement once they learned about John's passion and his product. And it is a legacy company. They have promised to stay private. And I promise, if you know Jim and Kathy Coover, if it is not right for the person in the field, it is not right for the company, meaning you and I. Kathy had been let down in other companies before. She knows what it feels like. She would never do that to us. And their son, Eric, he is taking over the company. His beautiful wife, Peta, was also an associate who loves her team. So it is a family company. You can will your spots to your children. It is legacy, and it is a private company, which is massive. Jim Coover had extensive experience in taking struggling companies to billion-dollar companies, and Kathy has a vision to create more 6- and 7-figure income earners, and she knows that she's able to do that because we are impacting world health and freeing people from physical and financial pain. So that's automatically going to make us the largest health and wellness company in the world because we're doing it right and by integrity. And, you know, when she was with companies before, they changed the compensation plan on her. And she said the only time Isagenix will ever change a compensation plan is to add more money to it. We also have, you know, global opportunity. So I have teams in Indonesia, Australia, Vietnam, and it's because really of social media, but you're endless. But anywhere that Isagenix is open for business, you can do business in. And it's not who you know, because I didn't know anyone, but it's who I knew that knew someone. And social media changes everything. I've personally built about 85% of my business online. My mentor, Jennifer Trinkner, who I put that in my gratitude every single night, who shared this gift with me, who's also a $1 million a year earner. You know, she's built over 95, 98% of her business online. So social media is really a way to connect endlessly, and it's really propelling network marketing. So, you know, all of those things that we talked about make up the keys to success. You know, truly, you're not going to have training and support that's better than the systems that Kathy has. But also, if you're on this webinar, you've been invited someone in our team or a sister team, and we all just have so much support. So truly, you know, Isagenix is just getting started. And people say, well, how did we get started? You guys, it's as simple as using the products, because I know that you have to believe in this product to be successful. But I promise you, if you put it in your body, you will fall in love with this product. You know, 30 days, I mean, you know, even before 30 days, but, you know, after 30 days, oh my gosh, you were sold on this product and you believe in it. Then you just share it you find customers, people who want to use the product. And then we identify people who want to share it or who want to build a business. So I've been asked before, is this a pyramid scheme? I've said that before. When she was setting me up, and I said, hey, is that one of those pyramid schemes? Well, here's a pyramid scheme that I was a part of. And if you look at any structure of an organization, a corporate organization, it is set up to look like a pyramid. Pyramid schemes are legal. They are not legal. So it is just when money is being siphoned through and regenerated. There is no product, good, or service. Okay, Isagenix has incredible products, and in fact, 80% of people just use the products. So down here as a nurse, because I was a nurse, how hard could I have worked to ever gotten to the CEO hospital pay? Fat chance, not going to happen. As my husband is a captain in the United States military, how hard could he have worked to get up here to a general position where there's many fewer generals and way more captains? Not going to happen. He could have been the best captain on the planet. This could have been the worst general on the planet. And he still would not have been making more, even if he was outperforming that person, because it is a corporate structure. Isagenix is the complete opposite of that. And you could almost flip this around to where you're holding up your people, because the only way you do well is when you help your people do well. And people can surpass you. You still can't connect to them, but you can out earn the people above you. I out earn majority of people above me. So it just depends on how much you want to work for it. You're paid based on your production. So in corporate structures and traditional structures, you're on the left side of the quadrant. You're an employee or you're a small business owner, where that business will often end up owning you. Now, lo and behold, though, when you jump over on the right side of the quadrant, right, big business, network marketing is a form of big business because you have what's called leverage. Now, once you get into big business, you have residual income, which allows you to get into investments. My husband and I now do a lot of investments with our passive money. So now we have more money going to work for us so we can sleep and make money because we have residual. So people on the left side are working for money. People on the right side have money working for them because they've put in the initial investment. 5% of the population controls 95% of the wealth. Why is that? Because they play on the right side of the quadrant. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the #1 finance book of all time. So let's look at leverage. If you had one person doing 8 hours a day for 5 days a week, that's an average work week, right? 40 hours. So let's take it a step further. 10 people at 1.5 hours, 5 days a week, 75 hours. 20 people, 1.5 hours, 150 hours, right? Think of it in times of production. So look at it in times of production. Now, the max amount of production that you could do on your sole efforts, if you were working 5 days a week, 24 hours a day, is 120 hours in a work week. So you see how you have out exceeded that amount that can be produced with just 20 people doing a little bit? That, my friends, is leverage. And that is why network marketing is such a beautiful vehicle, because you are leveraging. And there's many, many ways to get paid in Isagenix. I mean, many ways. But what excites me most is our team bonuses. But we have, and there's videos and things like that. Just ask the person who shared this information with you to see our compensation plan video, because I'm really going to talk about the residual. There's many ways that you can come and get your products paid for. We're just you sharing it, product shares. They can get referral bonuses and have their system paid for. Isagenix sends everybody a little black card. You can take that money and, put it in your bank account, use it as a credit card. Once you've sharing it with a couple people or introducing product introductory packs. But again, what excites me is sleeping and making money. Okay, so I'm going to focus on 6% of business volume. So every single product in Isagenix, again, we're a grocery store, has a point value. Now, once you accumulate 900 points, 600 points on one side and 300 points on another, you receive what we call a cycle, which is $54. 900 times 6% is $54. That's when your cycles pay out. You only have 2 teams in Isagenix. You're going to enroll people left or right. So this person right here, if you enrolled this person, see how that person would be under that person in the blue? It's called a binary. So you benefit off what your upline does also. Now, again, you just have 2 teams. Nobody's going to bypass you, break away from you, anything like that. 600 on one side, 300 on another. That is when you generate a cycle. So this right here is what we call a manager in Isagenix. But it is when you have introduced 2 people who have successfully introduced 2 people, 2 associates, okay? So I'm going to leave out product users, right? Now, again, over 80% of people just use the products, but I want to give this scenario. Over time, do you feel like, based on this information, if you love the products and you understand this, right, and you can educate this to other people or invite them to things to educate them, can you find 2 people on your left and 2 people on your right who get it? Who everybody's sleeping so good on Isagenix, but you can't sleep and they can't sleep because they understand this compensation plan. That will keep duplicating down. They will not stop until they too find their 2 on their left and 2 on their right, right? Again, and this is not talking about product users coming in, which is really the driving force of your business, but this is just over time, what would happen with just those people who get it that are all in to build your business with you. So our overhead is we do personal consumption, okay? Personal consumption of 100 points every single 30 days. Now that's approximately $150, okay, that you're purchasing in your food. Do you spend $150 on food and on your grocery bill right now? My guess is yes. Why not put it towards better nutrition anyway? So that 4 would each find 4 people, right? They would bless 4 people and educate them. Those 4 people are going to educate 4 more people. See, then that 16 does it with 4 people each. 64, 256. See how it's multiplying? That's called geometric progression. And because we get paid on our entire downline, we don't do levels or anything, it is true geometric progression. That would be 340 people just purchasing, if they're just purchasing the minimum to be at their active amount, right? And again, this is taking out all product users. That would be $51,000 of products being moved through your organization at $2,000 a month in residual income. Now I put this up here as years. Maybe it takes this long, maybe it takes longer, maybe it's shorter. But let's just say that this took somebody 4 years, right? 256, they each enroll 4. Now you see where you've had a quantum leap, right? That would be over $200,000 of product moving through your organization from just the original 4. And that at the minimum purchase would be over $8,000 a month in residual income. Take it a step further, right? You guys get the picture. $32,000 a month in residual income with this taking place. And again, this isn't saying that these are the exact numbers, how your back office would look, but if you found 2 on your left and 2 on your right, and everybody was purchasing the minimum and this kept duplicating, that is the math. Numbers do not lie. So I'm going to show you my back office because I think it's a great example of how it does work. And my first month I made 0. I fell in love with the product and I was sharing it. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world and I wanted to bless people with it. And I started to learn the science behind it, read books just in general about nutrition, and I just was on a mission. I was a girl on a mission. Then I went to an event and I read a book called The 4-Year Career. Then I decided I was going to retire my husband. This is when I had that jump after there. Now, it took me 3 years to get to what I was earning as a nurse. I was earning $1,200 every 2 weeks as a nurse, or $1,500 if I worked overtime. But a year later, right, from that, I gave myself over a $10,000 raise. As a nurse, I received a $1.50 raise in 4 years. Why is that? Because I was in a corporate pyramid structure, not in a leveraging business that allowed me to earn what I was worth. My highest month to date has been $45,000. I still have another week to go here in April. You can see it massively climbing. There's a lot of months where you get bonuses, where my growth was so much, they give bonuses. So, this right here is life-changing. To turn your monthly income into, or your yearly income into a monthly income will obviously change your life. But again, isagenixearnings.com has our full disclaimer, because this is not a get rich quick. This is not come in and in 4 years, this is what you're earning. No, it's going to be based on service and production. So I'm going to just ask you this question because it really does explain that and how that's even possible. Would you rather $1 million right now or a penny that doubles, but it only doubles for 30 days and then it stops? Okay, so just for 30 days and then it stops. Now, what happens by day 15? You're really upset that you took the penny if you don't see what's taking place, because the penny is only $163 and half the month is gone. But by day 30, that penny becomes over $5 million. The same principles of math that apply to this penny are what this compensation plan is and how I just showed you the duplication factor. Okay? So to me, to not treat this like a stone cold business and to put in the time, while others were watching TV, I was building this business. While others were going out partying, I was building this business. I saw freedom and I wanted it, right? And nothing was going to stop me from doing it. I picked up books. I started listening to podcasts. I started asking people who were successful how they did it. And I was coachable. They told me to do it. I did it. I was putting in the time, you guys. I was putting in that time. But what were the other chances, right? What if I didn't put in the time? I could have remained a nurse and unappreciated. And, I didn't even believe in as much as what I was doing because I started to love in nutrition, all the politics. I could have dealt with that for 40 years, the bad back from lifting people. But now I have this freedom where I get to nurse with nutrition and give people the ability to retire themselves who are willing to work for it and live this life of freedom. It might not be money for you, because money is never driven me, but what you can do with money is amazing. You can give back, you can earn more to give more, you can retire your spouse, spend more time with your family, but the time has to be put in. So I invite everyone to really look at this as an opportunity that it is. And it's not even direct sales, because in sales, when you stop selling something, what happens? You stop making money. And I personally have never sold anything from Isagenix. I help people open their own superfood store accounts. Isagenix collects the money. Isagenix ships the product. If somebody wanted to return it, if they weren't satisfied, 30 days money back. Isagenix is going to handle all that. Isagenix does the paperwork. They do my 1099, everything. I just help mentor people on how to open their own account and then to show people how to use the product, because I use the product, so I know how to use it. And then I just help them show other people the same exact thing. And It's like a vending machine. So when somebody gets their initial 30-day system, our starter packs are anywhere from $12 a day to $40 a day. Who here spends about $6 to $12 already just on one meal? Pretty much everybody, right? So coffee, let's not forget all that. So you're really just reallocating what you're already spending anyway. And then anything that ever moves through that vending machine, you could do retail, you could do direct sales through it, make a difference. But anything that ever moves through those machines, you collect 6% off of. And so I think that that's amazing. You can build as many business centers as you want to $700,000 a year, and that's not even the bonuses. So truly, that is network marketing. And, I say if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure if you can do it, say yes, learn how to do it later. That is 100% what I did. I had no idea what I was doing. I was an absolute disaster. We didn't have the systems in place that we have now. My friend Jennifer, she was somewhat new, but we have it crafted now. And so it's so much easier now, but truly, just say yes to yourself, say yes to your health, yes to your life, learn how to do it later. Because honestly, if I can learn it, anybody can. I didn't want to bother friends and family. I didn't know how to use social media. I didn't know how to do presentations. I was scared of talking to strangers. All those things I went through, but I was more scared to have my husband deployed. Okay, so that was an overriding factor for me. And I was scared not to tell people about what I had discovered and believed to be the greatest nutrition on the planet. This is Jimmy Smith, the #1 overall income earner in Isagenix. He said when he found out that there was a business where he could spend a few $100 to get started, eat his overhead, because again, guys, it's food. We're all eating food. Become healthy, fail 90% of the time, and become obscenely wealthy. What do you think I said? That I can do it. So I say, if a man that's 74 years old starts and is a butcher, right, and that's his educational background, and he can become the overall #1 income earner of all time, we can all do it, right? So I just want to thank you for your time. Again, if you want a lot more detailed information on the product, which is the driving force of this organization, the quality and the TLCs and the transformation that people have, I truly do believe that health is your greatest wealth, but I also know that wealth is health because it relieves stress. And stress truly is, the #1 killer. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And again, just get back with whoever shared this information with you, or request for our product webinar or product video, or to be added to our groups so that you all can learn more. Thank you so much for watching.